Oh, mom.
We just, first of all, that was a good, we just played a prank on y'all. Can you lean back and act like
I do good. Hold on. I just gotta hop in this. I'm sorry.
sorry.
Not really sorry, but...
Welcome to our channel, Life with Drive.
She acting crazy. Tighten up.
How are you guys doing? I'm doing well, thank you.
Today's Father's Day.
It is. Oh my god, my laptop's
Well, my hair is...
done up.
Yeah.
No, my hair is done up. It's so stringy and it's just, yeah. We're not looking...
Both wildin', but it's all good in the hood, man.
We're not looking our best. But it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So basically, take one. Story time for y'all.
Zuvi.
How we met in a homeless shelter.
Facts.
We really did. No
Homeless
lies.
shelter.
No
Homeless
lies.
shelter. Then which one was living in the shelter? Can y'all guess?
Yeah. Go in the comments and actually guess. Oh, okay. Him, right? Oh, okay.
Show like that.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Show
okay.
like that.
Anyway,
Damn.
neither one of us was living there.
Fact. That's always...
I'm going to tell my story, and then if I'm wrong, you can interject. Or you'll tell your story too, your side. I'm going to tell my side.
Ladies first.
Okay, I'm going to tell my side, and then he's going to tell his side. Because it's going to be completely different to how it actually went down. Mark my words. Mark my words.
How I met this gem.
So basically, I was working at a shelter. I was about to say where, but I was working at a shelter.
Yeah, don't give them
Yeah, so I was working at a homeless shelter, a women's and, well, family one really, but we were mostly for women. And then if you had kids or whatever and like a baby dad or whatever, you could live there. So yeah, so one day I was just, minding my business.
Shout out all the ladies.
And I was coming in from lunch or I was about to leave. Either I was about to leave or I was coming in. I think I was coming in. And he came in. He was like, "Oh, I'm here to speak to the residents." And I said, "Oh, really? You gotta put on a mask." No, really. It was last summer. Yes, it was last summer. Yeah.
It wasn't COVID though.
No, but it was an epidemic in there. And I caught COVID from the residents. Yes, so anyway.
And y'all was trying to protect me. I wasn't even with it though.
Exactly. I haven't seen him wear a mask since we've only almost been together for 9 months. Oh, we have been together for 9 months. We're about to go on 10 months.
It's crazy. Not really. We knew it was
No,
what it was.
it's very crazy. He knew. I did not. But that's another story for another day. Anyway, so.
I'm just kidding.
So yeah, so he came in, checked him in, whatever, because he had to sign like who was in the building at that time. And so I called somebody like that was higher than me. She wasn't like my boss, but she was higher than me. And she was like, "Oh, just have him sit in," I think it was the dining room. No, it was the dining room, right?
Nah, it was inside it was in your office. It was sitting inside.
No, at first?
Nah, she had me,
Sat in the office where I was sitting, basically.
Facts.
And I had to go to the back because some lady, elderly lady, she made me get up from her seat because I don't know why. She was a bully. And so, yeah.
Yo, she was a bully. She was mad as shit.
So I had to sit in the back, and he had to sit like around, like where the windowsill was.
You know, I said that.
And what was you say?
No, I said she was mad because of like.
Yeah. So basically, came back. That's when you went to the dining room, or got the residence. That's when you went to the dining room.
Yeah, that's when I went there because I didn't just sit in there. Nah.
Did I show you the dining room? I feel like I did. I remember going back there because I had to limp.
But I was already back there after I had spoke to them, and that's when I saw you go ahead, but I'm gonna talk about that.
Okay, well, I remember walking him back. Obviously, he said I did, but yeah. So
maybe she did walk me back after.
Yeah. So he spoke to the residents or whatever, and when he came back, me and my coworkers were talking about him like, oh, he's cute. And yeah, so I told her, oh, yeah, he's cute. And really, I should take out this gum because I feel like I'm chomping. And so, yeah, he ended up leaving. We didn't talk. We did not talk. We talked the second day. The next day, he ended up coming back. And basically...
Did he now?
Yeah, we didn't talk the first day. Oh, because I ended up leaving when he left. Right? Or you came to the car or something. But I remember us both walking out. And then I ended up leaving for the day. And so, yeah. So basically, what else? Oh, the next day he came back. And then my coworker was like, oh, he's back. And then I was like, oh. And then she was like, yeah. And I was like, bring him right in here, you know? And she was like, cool. And then, oh wait, no. One of the residents was trying to hook me up with him too. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yo.
Because okay, so I had just got out of a relationship prior to this happening, and they knew like that I just got out of a relationship, so they was just like trying to make me happy again or whatever, or like, you know, make me happy. And they were just like, why not just go on a date? Forget about the old guy. He's really cute. He's cute. That's all they kept saying. And I'm like, I know. I have eyes. Like, I know. And so, yeah. And even my coworker, she said the same thing. So that's when she brought him in and was like, oh, she asked him.
No.
Wait, what she asked you? Do you have Instagram?
She asked me a couple questions. She said, how old are you? She asked me how old I was, and then she said,
oh yeah.
And then she was like, are you? Did she ask me if I was in a relationship or something?
No, I asked you that.
Nah, you asked me that. She asked me something. She asked me something else. She asked me some. She's like, oh, can I ask you unprofessional questions?
Right.
I was like, oh, wow.
Oh yeah, if you were in a relationship or something.
I thought she asked me something like.
She probably did, and then I asked you, are you like single?
I thought she was asking
like
for
single?
herself. The way she asked me was like, oh, she was like, oh yeah, you're too old for me. I said, oh shit, damn. Oh.
Too young.
Too young. Too young. My bad. Too young.
Yeah, so
she said, well, she thinks she just put you on the spot.
She yes, and I was like, oh my god.
I was like, word.
Yeah, this was like over 10 months ago, so my memory is low. But yeah, so I gave him my number, and I asked him, I was like, are you single, or are you just like single? Because you know, girls, you used to boys like, they're like, yeah, I'm single, and then the whole time they got an old girl on their side, and it's just like, I just wanted to know, because, you know, not that I've ever been cheated on, but you know, you want to save yourself the heartbreak. So yeah, so I asked him, and he was like, yeah, and he was like, my last relationship was like 2 years ago, and I was like, oh, so you healed.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
And then yeah, so at that point I think you said a year and a half or something like that. But yeah, so I was like, oh, you healed. And so yeah. And then so that happened, and then you stayed. You stayed until like the end of my shift, because I think I was working a 9 o'clock shift. Right?
Oh yeah, I stayed with you because you was by yourself. Everybody left.
Yeah, I had to watch the facility by myself until the next workers came in.
Yeah, corny. How you gonna leave her by herself?
I mean, I signed up for that, and it was more money, so. Yeah, so he stayed with me, and then, oh no, wait. No, so this might have been a course of another day, because I remember giving you my number, and then.
I stayed with you that day.
But you ended up not texting me. You said you were gonna text. Oh yeah. So
I texted you after I believe after I left.
No, because literally I was about to go to sleep, and I was like, oh, he's not gonna text me. And so it was like, I think it was like 11 or something o'clock at night, and I was like, you have the receipts, I don't have the receipts, but I'm pretty sure it was like, oh, that's stunk. That's nothing. Ew. But yeah, and then that's my time. He was just a little punk.
What day did I stay? I stayed with you. Because I came back. No, I came back and spoke after. All right, so that first day, I got your number. The time you talking about, I got your number. Literally text you that night because I left. because I couldn't stay late because I left like after I came in and did what I had to do. I left
Yep.
after missionary. After you for me, Miss gave me the ice cream and stuff. I sat in there with you for a little bit. We talked, chopped it up, then I left. And then
So that was the first day?
And then you came back. That was the second day. And then the first day we didn't talk. Remember you went out to your car. I left.
Yeah.
And then the second day I had came back because I was coming back to talk to them, whatever. And then that's when they brought me in. We exchanged numbers, whatever the case it was. Stayed in there, talked a little bit, like because you obviously wanted to see, like, get to know each other a little bit. So I sat in there with you, and that's when you remember. I think you got off because what's her name came back later that day. What's her name came back later that day because you remember we were in there talking with we was in there talking with them.
So this is over a course of 3 days, or did
3 days because I came back a week later. Remember to speak again.
I do remember.
And that's when
that,
I ended up
was
saying
wearing a
we got in
black
trouble.
dress. Yeah. I actually got in trouble because he wasn't supposed to stay. And I wasn't able. Literally, I had a sprained ankle then, and I wasn't able to be on my ankle for that long. So I wasn't taking rounds. And then I had one of the residents like serve the food, and the resident actually told on me, and they was like, "Oh, you can't do that." And so, but I had a sprained ankle. Like they already knew. They knew that I was I in a boot at that point?
No, you had the ankle brace on.
Oh, okay, yeah. So at one point,
one day I think you had a boot on though. You just had one shoe. I broke again.
He was scared to approach me the first day. He talking about, oh, tell me what you told me. Tell them what you told me.
About what?
Oh, I noticed you too.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed him. He didn't notice me. I pursued him. Ladies, go after what you want. If you want it, go get it.
Go get it. That is a fact, though. See, that is a fact. She gave you some gems. A lot of y'all will see a lot of good person pass you because you're pride.
That's true. Even though I had my coworker do it. I
was like, yo, who's that? She caught my attention. Her energy got me, all that stuff. I was like, oh.
But
okay.
he didn't.
But then
get my number.
But because you don't gotta jump. You don't gotta. See, you can't be too giddy.
Now, what if I wasn't there the next day?
Look, that's how I said it. It was God's plan. I put a lot of things in God's hand. I'm attracting it. If you was meant for me, you was coming my way. If you wasn't meant for me and I went back to you and you wasn't there, that's what it would have been. And I was coming back again, so you feel me? But again, so especially with you girls, sometimes you gotta.
I don't know, you girls, I'm different.
She said, I'm different. I'm different.
I don't know what you mean by that.
I'm different. I had to read the vibe. I didn't know what type of timing she was on. There's just a lot of different things. And then me, coming from my own experiences, you gotta dot your I's, cross your T's. So you just let things come to you. But all in all, I went there to speak to the residents, like she said. Went in there and I thought I was gonna step in there and see like a whole bunch of old people for real. a whole bunch of like older people working there, different things. Like when I called earlier in the week, I don't even know if I spoke to Janelle. I don't think so. But I actually hold on.
So cute.
What happened?
We are over 21.
Over 21?
Oh, I'm 21. He's over 21.
Wow. It's good. But nah, so I walked in there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I walked in there and I thought I was going to be walking in there seeing like a whole bunch of old people, different things like that. And my mindset was not going in there. You always dress like, you should always carry yourself well. You feel me? And dress how you want to be addressed. And honestly, I just went like being Bryce. And I walked in there and then I see this girl. I'm like, oh shit. What's that? Who's this? What the heck? Why is she here? What the heck? A lot of it.
I had to get to the bag, y'all.
Go to your local shelter to pay you
Get the bag. And guess what?
In your way.
Guess what? They give you PTO. I mean, paid time off. Not PTO.
Oh,
overtime. 40 hours a week. Start racking up. I'm telling you. If I could go back.
She's crazy. She's crazy, don't you? Because she's doing it very well for herself.
Well, yeah. If I didn't have a 9-to-5 job, what? Heck yeah, I would go back.
God.
What?
Yeah, literally went in there. Miss Carr, she told me to go in there. She was like, oh yeah, just go in there and just sign in, whatever, da 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 da. So I'm like, all right, I'm going in there and sign in. Cool. right? What I was saying was I was on the phone and I called her early before, you know, I checked before I came in what day and everything. I didn't even hear Janelle's voice. I heard, like, I think I spoke to, like, an older individual. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to be coming in here, you know, just older individuals. Go in there, whatever the case it is. And I signed in. And I'm like, yo, who's this talking to me? I really have to... She had a mask on, though. Yeah, she had a mask on. So Miss Carter told me go in there. She got a mask on. And I'm like, yo, who's this talking? Like, I'm the speaker that's supposed to be coming in. She's like, oh yeah, sign in. I said, all right. I said, yo, who's so? I was like, yo, who's this? And not only that, it was like her energy. It was just like real, like positive. Like I just feel it. You know, I'm an empathic person, just like big on energy. So I'm like, dang, who's this person? So cool, had a mask on. I'm like, all right, whatever though. Like I'm not here to like that's not my focus. Like I'm really locked in at this point in time in my life. Like my focus wasn't there, right? Because of certain reasons. So I was focused on what it was, and I see her. She caught my attention, but I'm like, all right, cool. So I believe I don't know if I went and sat in the back room or if I sat. I think I came in and sat. Oh, I think first you took me out there. You said, oh yeah, if you go sit out here, this is where you can sit and wait. And then I think Miss Carr and them wanted me to come back in.
Yeah, because we used to always put the like visitors, whoever was speaking to them, are you talking about in the TV room?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to put people back there or in there because it was in the front of the building. Until like all the residents congregated in the dining room because it would take some time. And then that's why I'm thinking. And then I brought you back.
No, because Miss Carr told me to come in there. So this is what I said when I signed it. I was like, yo, Miss Carr told me to come in. We're gonna have to chop this up. But I came in and literally Miss Carr told me to sign in. So I came in and signed in. I was like, oh, Miss Carr told me to sign in. Da da da. He's like, all right, just sign right here. Da da da. And then I was like, she told me to come sit in here as well. And he's like, oh, okay. Because at first you had directed me, you was like, oh, we can go sit out there now once you sign in. I was like, oh, but Miss Carter told me to sit in here. I genuinely wasn't like trying to go in there because I was like, oh, I'm trying to, talk to her or anything. It was genuinely because I was like, oh, like I just know she just told me to go in here, so I'm just relaying the message. So you was like, oh, okay, just come in and just sit down. So then I came in and sat down on the side. And I was sitting there and I was like, I don't know. She definitely caught my attention. I was like, I'm in there talking like after, with some of the residents because they, after, they had questions for me, different things like that. And I see Janelle, you know what I mean? I see her and she comes in the room that I was speaking in, and she's literally like hobbling around. I'm like, yo, who's this? I'm like, yo, why she come back here now? Granted, I think she was doing her rounds or whatever. I'm like,
he think I'm trying to comfort him.
No. I was just like, why she come back here? I was just like, why she? I could just pick up the vibe, and it was one of those things like where you wanted to like, yeah, no, you had to do rounds, so I won't say because it was gonna be.
Exactly.
But I do think I do think like she made it easier for her to want to hobble back there, a little quicker than usual, because you know what I'm saying for me. But anyway, it's cool though. And then from there, it was just like, all right, I peeped her walk by. I'm like, yo, she kind of cute, yo. At the end of the day, though, I'm about to leave, and it's crazy we leave at the same time because I was just so happy when I finished up everything, talking with her and all that different stuff too. And
don't say her name.
Oh, we can't say her name. Oh, we're not allowed to say her name.
I mean, I'll bleep it out though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, bleep it out. But yeah, so talked to one of the residents, and pretty much from there, then I went outside. She went outside, and I saw her. She just go in her car, and I was like, "Dang, I could go up to her, but nah, I'm not gonna jump the gun because I didn't consult with God about it first. So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? God know what I'm feeling. God knows that I peeped her at the same time, but also at the same time, I was really like excited and focused because like, I felt like I did good or whatever, felt good, when you get back and stuff. So I felt good about that. So like I went home and I was like, all right, and like something was in my heart to go back and talk to one of the residents because I didn't get a chance to talk with them, or they wanted to talk with me, but I ended up talking to someone else, didn't have enough time. So someone was like, yo, someone was telling me to go back, but something was really on my heart to go back and talk to the kid. And I'm like, damn, I don't know why. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call Miss tonight, like text her right now and really hit her up and say, hey, look, yo, I shouldn't have said her name, but we've been saying that.
Beep.
We've been
I
saying
said
that.
one of my coworkers.
But yeah, so yeah, one of her coworkers, I hit her up and I was like, yo, look, like I'm gonna come back because I'm trying to talk to this kid. You know, I've really been on my heart. I haven't, I didn't get a chance to talk to him, whatever. And I'm low key though, like, yo, also as well though, like a bonus, like low key in my head, I'm like, I'm trying to see if I can see this girl one more time, like, you know what I mean? Because last time she had a mask on, a lot of different things like that. And like honestly, if it's meant to have a conversation and it aligns, I'm planning on having a conversation, just like at least introduce myself before I leave. Now, how things went the next day, that John, God, that's how I knew God wanted it to happen. And he said he just took control because it just happened the way it did. But so I go there the next day. You remember what's her name wanted to talk to me?
One of the residents wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, I get there, whatever. I start talking to some of the residents, so I'm looking for the boy. They, whatever. They said, oh, he went out. He's coming back later. So I was like, okay, cool. So I was getting ready to low key be like, all right, I'm gonna leave, but I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stick around for a couple of minutes, see if he come back, whatever. So I start talking to the other residents. While I'm talking to the other residents, stuff like that, her coworker comes out and is like, Bryce, can you come inside real quick? I said, yeah. I said, okay, yeah. I'm like, all right. I didn't know what the heck she told me to go inside for. So I go in there, and she's like, so you mind if I ask you a unprofessional question? I said, yeah, go ahead. She said, how old are you? I said, how old I was. She's like, she's like, oh, you're too young for me. She said, I don't know if she asked me. She was like, oh yeah. She was like, oh, well, this girl right here, she really thinks you're cute. And yeah. So I just wanted to, connect you two. And then literally it was just like, boom. Just, God just made it easy for both of us because we both recognized each other. And I think that we just both were like just gonna take time to just be in our own reserves. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I peeped them, but like, yeah, I'm me too at the end of the day. So, type
Period.
Shit. But
you are the prize.
You are the prize.
That's what Lori Harvey said.
Words. We are the prize. We are the prize. But not facts though. And then after that, we went on a date, got a number.
Tell them how long it took you to text me.
Don't ask for the Instagram, ask for the number.
Yeah,
see, that really showed. That really showed. You know what I'm saying?
Dang, it's so dark. Okay, guys, we gotta wrap it up. 9 months strong.
9 months. Happily ever after. Thumbs up.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Bruh.
Okay, and he bites me. Bye.